Robbie's still in the process of learning how to hit the buttons.
There's just too many things to keep track of right now.
There's a lot of things to keep track of. But we will continue to support you with patience, determination, resolve, kindness, warmth.
Oh,
we love you, Robbie. All of us, especially the people who sent reports telling why Robbie is better in quantifiable terms. You guys, they're really quite delightful reports.
Yes.
I have not yet submitted them to an attorney for review to see if they are legally defensible arguments of Robbie's superiority. But I will let you know when we learn more. They're delightful. We will share them with you tomorrow.
I haven't read them yet.
No. That's probably better because Robbie's head barely fits through that door over there as it is.
You guys.
And if she read the reports, her head would go, and Robbie would have to live in this room. She couldn't get to the bathroom. She couldn't get to the kitchen. She would be. Robbie Wampum. Robbie. Hey, you guys.
Hi.
We tried an experiment in the last show where I live streamed to Instagram while we live streamed to YouTube. We should get another device and put it on Facebook. And we should do some TikToks. I don't even know how to do a TikTok. No. Sorry, we're not quite that hip, you guys.
We're not that hip.
All right, we're going to get right to it.
Well, you already knew that.
We're going to get right to it. What does it say? Matthew, what?
Matthew does push-ups while listening to Matthew's fan club theme song.
Wait, is that true? Huh. All right. That's what we did yesterday. I guess I lacked... Maybe I just wanted to do some push-ups.
Maybe he just wanted to do some
Robbie,
push-ups.
You didn't finish your sandwich. Do you want your sandwich while I do my push-ups?
I just ate... Yes.
Okay.
I'll eat a greasy grilled cheese sandwich
put that
while
on
Matthew does
push-ups. Wait, now remember, this is not about Matthew doing push-ups.
Oh.
This is about you doing push-ups.
That's right. You're supposed to do push-ups.
I'm just your temporary surrogate push-up leader.
Unless you happen to have a grilled cheese sandwich.
No sandwiches. Only Robbie eats sandwiches. No sandwiches. Right now it's push-up time. Come on, Robbie. Here we go. Matthew's fan club theme song. Oh, this is number 1, though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is... I feel like push-ups are better to a dirge like lament. Are we ready? I'm in Matthew's fan club. Yeah, I could only do 3 push-ups during Matthew's fan club song number 2. I can't really get a good sweat in if I'm doing it to that song. So let's see what happens next.
I have to say, I'm sad you gave this to me because it's disgusting to watch people eat.
So that's how I get thanked for making Robbie a sandwich, by the way.
Oh, but it was so good.
Well, thank you. That was the part that I wanted to hear first. Mm-hmm. Matthew does burpees while listening to
Matthew's fan club theme song too.
I feel like the energetic burst that comes from theme song number 2 is more conducive to the burst of energy needed for the burpee leap. So friends, come on. Burpee it up. Here we go.
You're going to hurt yourself.
It's possible.
Yeah.
If I do, it will be in the name of art and in the name of fan club.
Phantasmagoria.
Phantasmagoria. Are you ready?
On your marks. Get set.
I like that I was airborne when the word fan club landed. That's always my goal, is to be airborne for my fans. All right. Here we go.
Robbie does jackety dances while listening to Robbie's theme song.
Yesterday we didn't even let Robbie's theme song surface, and I thought that was unfair.
Well, thank you.
I want to be...
I appreciate that.
I mean, I think every day we should play all the theme songs that each of us has.
I sure hope that all of the aerobics classes throughout the country are starting to take jackety dancing seriously as one of the moves.
All right, you guys were here for the advent of the jackety dancing. It's kind of like people say, you know, where were you when the first man stood on the moon?
Right.
Right? And then they would say, where were you when Robbie spontaneously invented the jackety dancing? All right? On your marks, get set, jackety.
Robbie is cooler. Robbie is cuter. And Robbie's just better
at jackety dances
than Matthew.
You know what? The world actually has no idea whether you are better at jackety dances than I am, because I have never attempted.
Never done jackety dances.
No, I've never attempted one.
Just for the record.
Yes.
Did you? Oh, people have seen how jackety dances is spelled. It's not jackety dancin'.
It's not.
DANCIN.
No. It's like Tony Danson.
That's Tony
Danson.
Danza.
Ted Danson. Ted Danson. Tony Danza. I got a little confused. Thank you. El Puppy wants us to check our email. El Puppy, I'm afraid the emails have to come in a little bit earlier to get on the show agenda because I make them in the morning. However, I will read it if there's a quiet moment in the middle of the show when Robbie's not paying attention, and I won't get in trouble for looking at my phone. I do want to give a shout out to Maeve and Maris, both of whom sent research our way. I'm very excited. I want to send a shout out to Amy.
I was going to say.
Who sent a report on Robbie's superiority, and one other friend sent a report on Robbie's superiority. Our friend Abby. So,
yes.
All right, here we go. What do we have here? Drink water. We forgot.
Drink water.
Don't drink that water. Look at this water. That's the water that Robbie painted with.
That was my paint water.
I'm not going to drink that.
That has a little bit too much lilac in it.
Lightly sullied paint water. Don't want to do that today.
Thank you. I'm going to start.
All right. Oh, okay. Friends, please grab your glass.
Cheers.
Chin
Gross.
chin.
Chin chin.
I would like you to grab your glasses. I would like you to hydrate. Robbie told me today that she read on the internet that if you drink water first thing in the morning, it will improve your mood, it will improve your energy, your feeling of well-being. I'm going to start drinking more water earlier in the day, in addition to during our show. All right? Amy is kindly pointing out...
I'm done.
...that her report on Robbie's superiority was done in conjunction with Grant, who is supposed to be in my theme club song.
Sorry.
Theme club song.
I know.
Club.
I let that one slide.
Fan club.
I thought you would appreciate that I let that one slide, but everybody else noticed it. It was glaringly
You knew that
bad.
there was an audience of people who noticed it. So, what does that say? Contemplate cheesecake.
Contemplate cheesecake.
So, guys, let's just think about it.
Why would you do such a thing?
Think about cheesecake for just a second. Close your eyes.
It's so good. It's my favorite.
Oh, it's so good!
I just got goosebumps on my legs thinking about cheesecake.
I sprung that on Robbie. If she'd known that was in the agenda, it wouldn't have been quite as much of a surprise, but...
I love cheesecake.
You know what I'm going to make this afternoon?
Not a cheesecake.
Carrot cake.
Okay.
Going to make carrot cake for my friends.
I'm making a chocolate cake.
Oh. This afternoon?
Yes,
we're going to have
Doolin
kitchen problems there, Missy? All right, here we go. What?
Contemplate cheesecake. Show Robbie's finished illustration. Guess what?
We didn't finish. It just took a little bit. I drink a glass every morning, and now during all these author illustrator special events, easy to have 4 or 5 a day that way. Wait, are other authors and illustrators also encouraging hydration?
Man.
Is it a thing? Please tell us.
We
thought maybe that was our special value-added...
I know. Apparently, that's what all the authors are doing these days. What does that say? Think how great it would feel to hang it up on your wall.
All right, so I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's see where Robbie is right now. She is going to perhaps finish... You know what we should probably do?
What?
Read McCoys first.
Yes.
Make sure we have time for it.
Yes.
And then...
Yes.
I just wonder, should I...
Everett has never had cheesecake,
all right.
Please.
Your parents...
I'm going to file a complaint
should be fired. We know your parents, and we are going to let them know that it's not acceptable.
Nope.
At your age, to not have tried the most magnificent kind of cake.
Unless, of course...
What?
You're lactose
Maybe you're allergic to it or
Or
something.
allergic.
In which case, please lead with that. Please say, because I am lactose intolerant, I've never had cheesecake.
Not just my parents are terrible
people. You curried a lot of favor there. All right, let's skip to page 200 for the Real McCoys. Volume 2, Two's a Crowd, Chapter 11, Part 2. This is where we are, friends. Page 200 if you're following from home. All right?
All right.
All right. Oh, we are the only ones encouraging hydration. But we've got her so habituated that every time she sees an author or an illustrator, she's like, it's like Pavlov's dog in reverse. Instead of salivating, she's drinking water. Thank you. I love that.
We like that.
Yes. Who doesn't? If anybody doesn't like cheesecake, we're going to start a separate show for you. This show is just for people who recognize the value and the glory of cheesecake. All right.
Glad that everyone...
Here we go. Everett, if you have no allergies, you've never had cheesecake, go get one of your parents
Put them
right
on
now.
The phone. I'm going to give them a talking to.
Point at them and say, Robbie and Matthew do not approve of this behavior.
Nope.
Thank you. El Puppy put a little cheesecake icon on there. All right, guys.
So good.
In the Real McCoys, Moxie is at lunch talking to Milton's friend John. John was the second person at Tiddlywump to get a Squiggler letter. Moxie is trying to get his help to analyze all the letters she's collected because John is good at math. She has asked John to look at all the letters and come up with patterns and try to figure out who the Squiggler is. When pressed, John says he thinks it might be Tracy because Tracy is holding a purple marker and writing something at lunch. Moxie says, but why would Tracy do it? What's her motive? She thinks Tracy's motive is that she's using the Squiggler letters to brainwash everybody into getting bad grades so that she can win the Wise Owl Award. That is the Chapter 11, Section 1 summary. Now, Moxie is continuing her interrogation of poor John. All right? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Robbie and Matthew is a premier author and illustrator event. Not just any event. Wow. All right, we will take it. Premiere is a big word with far-reaching implications. All right, page 200, Robbie, are we? Okay. All right, Moxie. I'm channeling Moxie. All right.
I have another distraction. Now that you've channeled.
What?
Oh, Bubby's mom hates cheesecake.
Also not okay.
Wrong.
Unless
Wrong.
maybe she has an allergy. But we're going to read now. I just channeled Moxie. El Puppy, keep your thoughts to yourself for a time being. The question, John, is how to prove it was Tracy who sent the squiggly letters. Do you have any ideas? Of course you don't, John. Of course you don't. But then it hits me like 1,000 cannons firing at the very same time. We need Milton's lie detector. What for? Says John. All we have to do is put the baseball cap on Tracy's head and make her hold the tennis ball and ask her point blank if she is the squiggler, while Principal Jones and the FBI take notes and get the handcuffs ready. It's the perfect plan! But the lie detector doesn't actually work, says John. What? I say. Because it sounds like John just said that the lie detector doesn't work. Nothing, says John, with the mile-wide eyes of someone who just said something he really wishes he hadn't. Oh, you sure said something, John. John is shaking his head back and forth, so hard that I'm afraid it's going to fall off. I stand over John. I get on my tippy toes. I give him Annabelle's signature deep Arctic stare. The time has come to freeze the truth right out of him. Is Milton's lie detector fake, John? Let's just say it needs some work. I lower the stare to absolute 0. Your stare! It's unbearable, says John. It will all be over soon, John. Tell me about the lie detector. Mostly it just flashes and beeps. I knew it! I release John from the stare. I have the information I need. I figured you knew, says John. I thought you and Milton were partners. We were, I say. The same way Martha Washington was once a first lady. I thought you said partners tell each other everything. They do, I say. Or at least they should, but to be honest, John, I was never sure about the whole partner thing in the first place. I should have listened to my gut. If you didn't want to be in Milton's partner, then why did you sign the agency agreement? Here's the thing, John. I'm a sucker for a nice-looking document. It had an attractive blue border and a shiny gold seal. It was utterly irresistible. John's eyes light up. That's classic Danny Do-Good. At the mention of Danny, I get a sour taste in my mouth. What do you mean? At the end of Book 2, Danny makes a fancy-looking document with a blue border and tells Rex it's a prize Rex can win if he goes an entire day without belching at school. At first, Rex isn't interested because he really likes belching, but when Danny adds the gold seal and says the prize is from the president, Rex decides to try really hard. My blood is boiling. Not only did Milton lie about the lie detector, but he also fooled me into signing a document with a trick he learned from Danny Do-Good. This will not do. Oops. John, this has been extremely helpful, but I'm afraid this partnership is officially over. John is stuck somewhere between deeply disappointed and completely relieved. I flip him a quarter. Here you go. John hasn't worked a full day, but I'm too mad to make change. I glance across the lunchroom at Milton, who is using a ruler to make some sort of diagram. I consider going over and doing my best impression of Rex, but there isn't time before the end of lunch to unleash all the lions roaring inside of me. Finally, a second recess comes. On one hand, I want to devour Milton by praying like a praying mantis devours her unsuspecting mate. On the other hand, he is technically my brother, and I know Mom would be disappointed if he were not available for hugging when she gets home from Africa. But Milton has crossed a line, and I have to speak my mind. I march over to his bench and glare at him with the fury of 1,000 leaping dragons. He glares back with the fury of 100 sleepy oysters. I do not appreciate being lied to. What are you talking about? The lie detector. It doesn't actually work, does it? Milton looks proud. It never did. And once you used the fake lie detector to make sure I hadn't read Danny Do-Good Book 2, you used Danny's irresistible document trip to fool me into signing the papers, didn't you? I sure did, says Milton. He doesn't seem even sort of sorry, which makes me even madder. Danny fools Rex in order to help Rex. You fooled me to help yourself. Milton makes a face like someone just pointed out he's not wearing pants. Before I can stop myself, I say the single most hurtful thing I can think of. You, Milton McCoy, are no Danny Dogood. My words hit Milton like the foot of mighty Godzilla hits a building that's already kind of worn out and starting to lean a little. He sputters and stammers and spits before saying, Well, you're no Annabelle Adams. His words make no sense, as if he's speaking Dutch. What do you mean? I saw you picking on John. Annabelle would never take advantage of a pigeon-toed first grader. And of course she wouldn't. And of course, your partner? Yes, I have a new partner. That's very interesting, says Milton. So do I. Milton's jammed into the ground. Even though it's small and undignified and hard to read, it feels bigger than the side of a warehouse. McCoy and Estevez. United we stand. Justice we demand. $0, because justice should be free. I have accepted that my partner has abandoned me. I grudgingly admit that my agency is in ruins. I can just barely live with the fact that my best friend has betrayed me. But for Milton and Emily to be partners and have an agency that uses our motto and works for free, it's every bad thing in the world wrapped up in one, like a bowl of marshmallow soup at a Dubliner birthday party. And just so you know, says Milton, standing on his toes to look as tall as he can, Emily and I are going to solve this mystery. We are going to unmask the Squiggler, and you're going to see what I'm capable of. I feel flat as a shadow. I can't tell whether I'm mad, or sad, or sorry, or some combination of all three. Mostly I'm having trouble feeling much of anything. I walk away in a foggy daze, back to my bench, where a handful of kids are waiting for me to solve their problems. I feel like telling them to go away, that I have too many problems of my own to deal with today. But that's not what Annabelle would do. And so I sit on my bench and take a deep breath and try to pretend that everything is right in the world. A 5th grader named Amanda is first in line. What seems to be the problem? I ask. I got this mysterious letter, she says. Let me have a look. That night after dinner, we do not gather in the living room for Friday Family Fun Night, for Friday Family Fun Game Night with Dad. Milton goes straight to his room, and I go straight to mine. I burrow under my blankets and take out my flashlight and read the 2nd and 3rd Danny Dogood books, Doing Gooder and Doing Goodest, from cover to cover without stopping. At first I am hopeful. Book 2 begins with Danny getting bitten by a snake. But as it turns out, it was just a regular old non-poisonous snake, and Danny learns a valuable lesson about always wearing boots when walking in tall grass. Everything just gets more boring from there. At one point, for example, Danny has to choose between attending his cousin Flora's viola recital and visiting his sick friend Richard in the hospital. Danny doesn't want to disappoint Flora, but he also doesn't want Richard to think he doesn't care. Danny is torn. After spending 2 heart-wrenching hours staring at the mirror asking, Who are you, Danny? And what do you believe in? Danny calls Flora and explains that even though he really wants to hear her sonata in C minor, he's pretty sure Richard needs his company more. Flora is mildly disappointed, but tells Danny she totally understands and will invite him to her next recital instead. Danny is relieved and writes in his journal, Never try to be in 2 places at once. It's impossible. Which, I hate to admit, is not the worst advice I've ever heard. Danny might be a rule-following goody two-shoes of a brown-nosed suck-up, but beneath it all, he's just a kid who's marching through his complicated life and trying to do the right thing. Just like Annabelle does. Just like I do. Every single minute of my life.
Dun, 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 dun.
That is the end of chapter 11. Friends, I need a little break.
You do?
I think it's time for Robbie to do some painting. Well, let's see. Let's see what the agenda
what's
says.
on the agenda.
Because we were supposed to be done with this painting over here. What does it say?
Show Robbie's finished illustration. We can't do that yet.
Okay. Chapter 11.
Read to the crowd. Okay. Robbie pities the fool who forgot to send research.
Yeah. Do you want to do a little pitying? We have a few minutes. Do you think we can do some painting?
I think we can do some painting.
So the point is, friends, today, the end of today is the end of the research window of eligibility.
Field.
Robbie's been all about this field today.
Look how beautiful this field is. Well, I didn't put anything on that page to...
All right, I am going to stream the rest of this on Instagram.
Okay.
So if any of you enjoyed having the two angles on... all right, here we go. We are going to put
Can you guys see that? Do I need that? Does this light help or not?
It does help a lot. There you go. Once it adjusts. All right, friends. So if anybody missed the first half of this, Robbie painted Dan the Dodo and Mr. Vinegar the unicorn, and now she's going to finish with Mr. Unicorn's mane and tail and necktie and horn. I mean, there's still a lot to go, and we have approximately 5 minutes. Robbie, can it be done?
I think it can be done. There was some requests for mane color.
Okay.
In like a limey green.
Limey green, or like a teal, right?
Or the teal.
Yeah.
Well, here's teal. That might be this cobalt turquoise. What about that?
Okay, let me show you.
That might be good.
Okay, sounds good. Good.
I mean, that would go kind of nicely there.
All right.
What do you think?
I think so. Let's do it.
I
think you must make an artistic decision.
Okay.
That's the most important thing here.
Maybe
we want this final illustration to rock.
All right.
I'm going to wave to the people who joined us.
I got to find a spot on my dirty palette.
I've had cheesecake, but I don't remember. You've had cheesecake, but you don't remember? Then this becomes an indictment of you, my friend. If you don't remember the cheesecake, it's not your parents' fault. Come on now. You could ask them kindly if they would let you have access to it again, because it is a sheer delight. Okay. Do we like your new profile picture? Well, and there's no profile picture showing up. You've got like a little head and body.
Amy gave him some pointers that sometimes it needs a day or so to load.
Oh no, someone is speaking. Somebody is speaking French over here. Simon Bear.
Yes, he's giving us good luck on our future book endeavors.
Okay, why are you doing it in French? I mean, just for fun?
Because if you can speak French,
if you can, why not?
French,
okay. Let's see. Waylon, we can't see it yet. It may show up tomorrow. Okay, better. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think we're caught up on the chit chat.
Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Cobalt turquoise.
Something was thoroughly heart. Oh, the McCoys was heart wrenching. Thank you. You know, I try. He was 3. Yeah, I'm not sure who I blame more, whether it's you or your parents. I feel like 3 is early enough to cement a love of cheesecake in the heart of someone who really loves it. Oh, I like the contrast happening there, Robbie.
Right, that's
All right. Have any of you read Wings of Fire? It is a really cool book series with 13 books so far, and it's about dragons.
Well, guess what?
Guess what, you guys?
We went to school with Tui.
Tui is a friend of ours.
Tui Sutherland.
From college.
Yes.
And if you go into like a Barnes & Noble, often her books are next to Real McCoys because her last name is Sutherland and my name is Swanson. So alphabetically, we are often together.
Which is super fun.
And the books are awesome, so do check them out.
And yes, the nice thing is there's lots of them.
And
so that you can just keep going.
Some company, and I think it was Netflix, just picked up the movie option. So they're going to make a movie or a TV show of Wings of Fire. Oh, Simon used Google Translate. So I wonder what his motivation was in sending us.
Just to force us outside of our little English box.
Everett has read all of the Wings of Fire books.
Oh, good.
Yes. All right.
Well, maybe Everett's dad knew Tui, too.
That's possible, yeah. All right. Okay, so here we go. Oh, yes. What do you guys think about this teal color that Robbie's chosen? I'm liking it quite a bit, too.
Good.
Yeah. I like the shine. I like the delight.
The shine?
Yeah.
It's not going to have shine on it.
At this angle, it has this lovely shimmer of wetness, but I guess that's going to go away, isn't it?
It's going to go
Could you
away.
add a little lacquer or something to it to keep the shine going? That's not really how you roll, is it?
It's not how I roll.
That's not how you roll. Hey, let me have Slim's letter, and I'll read Slim's letter while we are doing this. Is it? Oh, but I don't think she's here.
I don't think she's here either.
No Slim today. All right, we'll wait till Slim is here to read her mail. All right.
What else can you tell people?
What else can I tell people? Let me see if there's anything left on the agenda for sharing. I guess all I'm going to say is, you guys, this amazing illustration is going to be... the print of this illustration is going to be given tomorrow to the person who sends the most compelling research We have research from Maris and Maeve.
Now, come on. It's not the most compelling research.
It isn't?
It is the research.
Lay out your criteria, Robbie. That was an item in the last one that I don't think you got to.
It is the research that most delights Robbie.
Okay, well.
Which it isn't necessarily the most compelling.
I see. So, but most compelling to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
But you know what? I did notice that there were efforts made to make your research look beautiful, which I appreciate.
Oh.
Those people know me well enough.
Maeve's research was quite lovely.
Yes.
Did you have a look at that?
Yes,
yeah.
that's what I'm talking about.
It was in a PowerPoint.
It was in a PowerPoint. It had a beautiful patterned background.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. That's not, I don't want everybody to feel intimidated.
No. That was just the way one person rose to the challenge.
Because I could absolutely be compelled by a bit of research that is sent to me on a paper napkin.
Or if somebody loads themselves into a cannon
Yes.
and rolls the cannon out in front of our house and shoots themselves up in the air out of the cannon and throws confetti up, and the confetti is cut in the shape of flightless birds.
Yeah.
And your entire body were covered with
I would
feathers.
find that compelling.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would be something other than a PowerPoint that Robbie might be...
I'm saying that I could find the information compelling even if it were just in an email.
Oh, you're saying nobody has to go to those lengths?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm saying don't try to impress me with razzle dazzle.
All right.
Though I am impressed with razzle dazzle. Just like Moxie, I do love a beautifully bordered, lovely piece of paper that has a seal on it.
Oh, or you could I trick you into doing things you otherwise wouldn't if I gussied up the document?
Yes.
All right, Robbie, I'm going to tell you.
Yes.
That
I'm out of time.
We are out of time. Amy Schaefer asks on the Instagram feed what's happening tomorrow. What's happening tomorrow is that we are going to share the research.
Yes.
Robbie is going to announce the winners. We are going to do some jokes. Tomorrow is the equivalent of the No Agenda Free-for-All, you guys.
Yes.
It's what we used to do on the weekends before we decided to scale back a little bit. So tomorrow is fun. Maybe there will be some music. There's going to be a little bit of unexpected, off-the-cuff tomfoolery from Robbie. I expect hijinks. Yeah.
What?
I think Robbie's going to come
did not
through
know
with
this
some
was-
really
I did not know
funny,
this was part of the deal.
unexpected moves. So let's look forward to that.
I'm adding, just for people, I'm adding some other colors in here so that it's not quite so...
You know what? Some people requested that.
Yeah. So it's not quite so blue.
So, Robbie, it is 2:00.
All right.
Should we say goodbye to our friends and know that this illustration is going to be finished?
Yes, I will finish this in the not under the glaring lights of people watching me.
Okay. All right. Oh, let's see. I'm going to see if there's any jokes at the top here. I bet there are.
there's some good jokes.
And it's going to be your job to answer them today, Robbie.
Oh no,
okay?
no, I want to answer the jokes.
Okay. All right. So
I'm gonna
all right.
stop
So friends,
with this right now.
friends on the Instagram, we're going to say goodbye. We will post a picture of this when it's done. Thank you for joining us. We will see you soon.
All right.
Bye.
And everybody else.
All right.
I'd like to send you off to the field right now.
Oh, we have some other jokes in the email, perhaps. Should we
Enjoy.
save them, though, El Puppy? Should we save them for tomorrow? Oh, we have the new baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hooray. How exciting.
Welcome, baby. Do we know the baby's name?
Champ.
Champ.
Or maybe he is a champ. I don't know which. I don't know if his name is
that's
Champ or if he
very
is a
excited
champ,
that
but
there
thank
was
you
a
for
baby
sharing
named
that
Champ.
with us. All right.
I gotta pop us back into widescreen. I didn't.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So, jokes,
yes,
and then we
jokes.
will go.
Matthew.
All right. I'm ready.
I'm going to read these jokes.
I'm ready. Yes, I understand.
Okay.
I understand your plan.
Why do bees have sticky hair?
Why do bees have sticky hair? Because honey is sticky, and they roll around in the honey, and no?
That does have to do with honey.
Okay.
Why their hair is sticky?
Because their hair is sun-drenched and honey-kissed. Their hair is... I don't know.
Because they use a honeycomb.
Oh. All right.
What part of your body can cause the end of the world?
Oh, well, we know a part of my body sometimes threatens to cause the end of the world.
We had some chili the other
did.
night, and
Woo-wee.
Matthew did not sit well with that chili.
Your the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What do you call the end of the world?
Armageddon.
Oh.
Your Armageddon?
No.
Oh, come
But
on.
that's good. That's actually good.
That's pretty good. Your
Yeah.
Armageddon. You call it the end of time? You call it the apocalypse?
Yes.
The apocalypse. Your apocalypse?
Your apocalypse.
I don't know. I
But
think
Armageddon
Armageddon needs to be
that's pretty good,
equally.
too.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Raiden did not come back to post his great joke.
Oh.
So
You don't remember it from the last one?
No, I don't remember it from the last
fair
one.
enough.
If we had done this like immediately, I would have remembered it.
Okay.
But I don't remember it.
Right.
Okay, let's see.
I don't think I saw any more jokes.
No, there was so much discussion about cheesecake.
Let me see if there are any jokes that came through the internet here. I don't see any jokes, so I think it's time to go, friends.
All right.
It's been a pleasure. Tomorrow we're going to have a roaring good time.
There's a reason saying bye.
What's that?
But I don't think I got his joke.
Bring your joke to tomorrow's free-for-all,
Yes.
okay? We'll do it between Robbie's unexpected pratfalls and hijinks. I can't wait to see what they are.
What?
I can't wait to see what Robbie is planning for tomorrow's
planning
No
anything,
Agenda
everybody.
Party Time.
Oh, I do like No Agenda Party Time.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But it's going to have
We
an
have a
agenda
few,
because we
but
have
I'm not
lots
writing
of...
an agenda. I'm not writing an
Okay,
agenda.
we have lots
All
of
right?
information to
We're going to do some
share.
agendaing. We're going to do
Yes.
some award-winning. We might cry. There might be some tears. I'm just saying I might get emotional.
What?
You never know. Any party can go off the rails. All right, guys.
There's always someone crying.
Speaking of going off the
corner
rails,
at
goodbye.
any
We're now
party.
3
All
minutes
right,
over
wait.
Matthew's expiration
What kind
date.
of award did the dentist receive?
What kind of award did the dentist receive? He won the tooth fairy or the molar, the incisor award.
A little plaque.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.